So that's right, Cyberpunk just got a brand new update in the form of patch 1.52, which is available right now for every single platform. We're going to be going over all of the changes included in this one. Look at this list right here. They keep improving this game time and time again. They are not giving up whatsoever, even though, of course, the recent announcement is that, yes, they are in full development of The Witcher 4. Now, a lot of you guys are also concerned, are we getting 1 or 2 expansions for Cyberpunk 2077? I'll talk about that here in just a moment as well. But there was also a secret update with this new patch in the back end. Check this out right here. It shows that they are prepping for Steam Deck for Cyberpunk 2077. Let me know if any of you managed to get your hands on a Steam Deck when it was available for pre-orders, which of course now there's a whole backlist and waiting list that you have to be on. But anyway, let's get into the patch notes, shall we? I'm going to pull those up right here. It says patch 1.52 for Cyberpunk is being rolled out and will soon be available across all platforms. Here are the list of changes. So gameplay, they fixed an issue that can cause wrecked cars on multiple Nomad cars to spawn in traffic when driving fast. Noise. They also addressed an issue. First equipped animation could be played repeatedly after recovering a throwing knife. The laminate armor media ballistic vest can now be found as loot in Japantown. I believe this is a legendary armor piece, by the way. It says fix an issue where the recon grenade highlighted non-hostile crowd NPCs, and they addressed an issue after using the take control quick hack on a device camera axis were inverted when zoomed in. Now, they didn't mention anything about like new free DLC being added through this update, which honestly, I am kind of bummed about that one. I would like to see more weapons and things like that as well. Now, for quests, they say that players won't be able to purchase again an apartment makeover they already owned anymore. So apparently that was actually an error. I thought that was realistic, but now it is going to be where you actually have all of those decorations and themes in your library, I guess you would say. You won't have to repurchase them. Now, they go on to say this as well. Added the showering interaction to the Nomad camp. Nice. It won't be possible to hack the north side apartment before completing Act 1. Fixed an issue where open world combat events and some scenes could remain disabled after visiting Afterlife until player fast traveled within Watson. That's a nice fix there. Then they have some more specific fixes to specific quest lines, as you can see right here. Now, for open world, they address an issue where summoned vehicles could be spawned far away from the player. Suicidal corpos in Corpo Plaza will no longer stand up after the fall. Fix an issue where an assault in progress in RO wasn't visible in the map. So a lot of stuff going on with gigs as well, as you can see right here. They've addressed some issues there. Now, they did go in and address some UI issues as well. Added a quest tag to fix their rewards when they're not first found. When they're first found, in the stash. Opening menus when reading a shard will no longer block the game. Nice. It won't be possible to change the position of the marker when a time skip is in progress anymore. They address an issue where the loot UI could flicker and change before picking up the item. What a pain. So that's gone now. And then some other things. Now, for visual fixes, they fixed animations and missing or displaced objects in various scenes. So some fine tuning there. Fix some issues with animations occurring when performing an aerial takedown using the Hidden Dragon perk. So they've streamlined that as well. Fixed an issue where sandstorms could appear in scenes they weren't supposed to. They addressed an issue where foliage was not affected by different weather conditions. So some really cool updates there. Polycarbonate sport glasses will no longer be visible when switching between third-person mode and first-person mode when driving. So yeah, it's like these quality of life improvements. So kudos to CD Projekt Red for not giving up. Now, if you're wondering about console-specific stuff, here we go. It says memory improvements and crash fixes on next-gen consoles. They keep making the game smoother. I've noticed it big time, especially on PC and, of course, PlayStation 5. Those are my two consoles I bounce back and forth between. It says minor UI optimization. It says PlayStation 5 importing a save file will not connect it to a PlayStation network and no longer block the option to continue the game. Fix an issue where a corrupted save was created when players tried to import a PlayStation 4 save when no saves were exported, so I don't have to worry about that anymore. And then they fixed an issue where the press options button to continue screen registered pressing the button with a delay. And then for PlayStation 5, wet roads, will now be as reflective as on the PC version. Oh, I can't. I gotta try that. I want to see that. I noticed bouncing back and forth. That was like one of the biggest differences. This says PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X. Changing the preset in video settings will no longer set all the graphic options to on automatically. Now, Xbox Series X, disconnecting the controller and entering the pause menu at the same time will no longer result in the player being stuck. Now, for Stadia, they enable aggressive crowds. Ooh. So yeah, some really good fixes overall. Again, it's kind of a bummer. We aren't seeing like big free DLC with this one. It's something I really, really would like to see with, you know, weapons and cars. Let me know what you would like to see if and when we do get free DLC. I hope we get more free DLC, so hopefully they comment on that. Now, some of you are concerned, what is going on with the expansions? Specifically, are we getting 2 expansions or are we just getting 1 now? Because of this comment right here, it says, in the most recent tweet from Palasasco and the official Twitter account, they keep saying that the expansion is in the works as if there will be only 1. Do you guys think there will be only 1 and done thing, or we'll have at least 2 expansions like The Witcher 3? So I'm not going to speculate. Let's go to official stuff here right now. So check this out right here. It says CD Projekt has committed a quarter of its dev staff to Cyberpunk's first expansion. We strongly believe in the long-term potential of this IP. So they want to support this game like The Witcher 3. They've gone on record saying that to expect the exact same support that The Witcher 3 got for Cyberpunk 2077. And you guys may remember, what did The Witcher 3 got? It got 2 very big expansions. Now, it says nearly a quarter of CD Projekt's development staff, 160 people, are now working on Cyberpunk's first expansion, the company claimed on Wednesday. Now, furthermore, they go on to say this: the next-gen version is an important step in our adventure in the Cyberpunk universe. We strongly believe in the long-term potential of this IP. That's why we're currently working on the first expansion for the game, although I cannot say anything for more about it at this point in time. Now, he did have some future further things to say, and this comes from CD Projekt Red. It says, in accordance with our promise to gamers, we intend to keep improving Cyberpunk for as long as it takes. Meanwhile, we do not lose sight of the bigger picture. We want to develop other products based on our franchises and to keep growing our core businesses. Now, they have 160 people working on the first expansion for Cyberpunk, and then 70 more are involved in unannounced projects. Now, that one of those unannounced projects was revealed recently, which is the next big Witcher game. So yeah, that's huge right there. Now, we have this one right here. It says, regarding the expansion, it's in development, but we're not providing any specifics about the date. We would like to keep up that rule that we're not commenting on the date until we're ready to deliver that. So we have no release date, of course, for the expansion. We've had recent comments about it, but I really would like a release date window. But again, it is smarter not to build up too much hype, especially when it comes to a release date, and then you have to delay it. I thought they did a great job with the next-gen version update for this game, update 1.5. They really didn't provide a release date for that. They just basically released it, and everyone was happy. Now, it says this, regarding the price. Historically, expansions have been paid as with The Witcher 3. However, it's definitely way too early to talk about price since we're not even giving the date. Make it free. Make it simple. Give us a free expansion. At least make one of them free or something. I doubt that'll happen, but hey, I tried. But anyway, let's keep going here. We have this right here. Of course, let's go over my most recent videos, top comments. Remember, leave a comment down below. It could end up in a future video, but let's take a look at this. It says, great news about the big expansions. Let me zoom it in here. CD Projekt on Witcher 4 and Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, if you missed the news, which I'm sure you didn't, you guys are probably all up to date. But Unreal Engine 5 it seems like it's going to be the future of CD Projekt Red games as a whole. I would expect the next Cyberpunk game to run on Unreal Engine 5. But for now on, for the foreseeable future with this Cyberpunk 2077, they're just going to stick with the Red engine. But yeah, it's going to be interesting seeing The Witcher, the next Witcher game on Unreal Engine 5. I cannot wait to see what that looks like, given that that engine is so impressive. All right, Hebrew Hammer says this. I bought Cyberpunk 2077 the day of release on PC. The bugs weren't really game breaking for me anyways. This game holds a very special place in my heart now. It is literally one of the only games where I got emotionally attached to the characters, and I play a lot of games. I really hope Cyberpunk gets a sequel that continues maybe on V's story, or like the story takes over with one of V's friends, Judy Panam, name a couple. Yeah. A lot of you guys want to see the return of well-known characters. Perhaps we will see them in a different way or from a different perspective, like a different character. Of course, I don't think V will be the character in this game. You know, I don't want to spoil anything, but anyway, I know some of you are still playing the game fresh, but Neptune says this. I'm so glad Cyberpunk is getting an expansion, as I was starting to fear it might not. I bought the game about a month ago after 1.5 dropped, and I can't stop playing it. Dude, you bought the game at the perfect time. See, it's amazing. It shows how there's a lot of newcomers in the Cyberpunk world, which I think is great. And yeah, let's keep going. Geo says this. In relation to the move to Unreal Engine 5, keep in mind it increases the pool of developers for them. Red Engine being in-house, it will require training to replace any dev that leaves, but with Unreal Engine 5, the training is reduced to only the specifics for each game, as developers can be familiar with the engine from previous work or personal study. This is an important advantage. Yes, exactly. You nailed it. Big time. They will be able to wholeheartedly focus on being creative and making the game instead of developing an engine. It must have been an absolute nightmare, honestly, for them to simultaneously develop games and engines. Absolutely incredible to me that they pulled that off and have been able to keep going. Of course, they have lost some like senior leadership, and now I think they're really learning we need help. We're in a position where we have enough funding. Let's go out there, partner with Epic, and get some much needed help. And it's a partnership though. That's what I find interesting about this whole Epic Games deal, is that it is a partnership. Epic is going to be getting something from CD Projekt Red, which they have, I personally think they have not revealed yet. So we will see, have to wait and see what that potentially could be. Now we have this one right here from Rafi9000, who says, I really hope we get more than a single expansion for Cyberpunk. I was hoping for Hearts of Stone like DLC that would expand Pacifica, and a Blood and Wine like one that would let you explore the Crystal Palace. You know, I would think that's possible. Honestly, I think that could be entirely possible that we would be getting that in the future for Cyberpunk. Again, you know, The Witcher 4, you know, we're going to call it The Witcher 4. They say it's not The Witcher 4. It's like a Witcher Saga type experience, but that's so far out. It's so far away right now. We're going to have something in between, which is going to be the big expansions. Then we're going to see Molasses Flood releasing a spin-off game to either Cyberpunk or The Witcher. So some really cool stuff going to be coming from CD Projekt. I can't wait to see what happens. But thank you all so much for watching. Stay tuned for more Cyberpunk 2077 and other updates. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all next time. Take care.